We are playing blue-white control today. I qualified for the standard showcase qualifier, the MOX qualifier. It's happening in a week. Control is a deck I haven't played because I only played Cauldron for an LCQ, 2 LCQs, and the showcase challenge. But I've seen that a few blue-white control decks got there on the LCQs as well. You're watching Ginger play the LCQ and you are sad? Why? You're sad that I did not get there? Well, next time I will know that I have to not join the last Legacy RCQ that I don't care about. No Pinnacle Scar Cage? No. It's not good. Ultima would kill it. Don't want it. Only 2 stock up? Bro, I have 2 Regents. 4 star charts, 2 stock up, that's 8 draw spells. How many more should I play? 3 steps ahead, also a draw spell. Only 2 stock up. Stock up is the best. You have to play 4. Only 2 consult. Consult is the best. You have to play 4, bro. That path leads you to play 69 card deck. Eventually, that's the only path where it can lead you. So be careful, or you will end there. You know what's funny? Hacking 3 steps ahead and 6 planes and 4 colorless. Holy fuck. So my deck building process was going to standard and clicking Azorius control, and now I was like, oh yeah, Bolovo, 5 plays, I know that guy. And I just copied. Last seen deck today, mono white token control. That's new. Sounds like a good matchup for blue-white control, just like from the name alone, but we'll see, of course. Don't count the chicken fingers before you eat them. Oh, 4 Voice of Victory. It's kind of monka. I mean, kind of. Anyways, mulligan and keep. I would like to keep my counter spell, my removal spell. Whoops. I'll put back Overlord of the Mistmoors, as I don't know what's the purpose of that card in my deck anyways. Blue, black. That is probably a bad matchup. No, yeah, not so. What am I supposed to do about a creature like this? 4 power? Ward, discard a card? What the actual fuck? No outs on turn 2. Am I supposed to just kill it? We'll get lost? That's actually alright. Except it is not, because I can't spend my mana on this game at all. But we can get lost to Kaito. Holy shit, this matchup is gonna be a challenge. Should I cycle a consult? Maybe. Day of Judgment is going to be good after they mistake damage, that's true. That's funny, they should have hit for 4 and then ninjutsu'd. Get lost, Kaito. Now, if they play 2 creatures, I can Day of Judgment them. And then I'm only slightly behind on cards, mana, board presence, and everything else. Maybe they will play the 4-1 and crack 2 maps onto it. Okay, another Sunset Saboteur. Whoa, 2-0. Bro, this is like Christmas. Bro. Thank you. Thank you so much. 2 saboteurs dealt with. I beat the 2-for-1 monster. Okay, they have another Kaito, so I guess I lose again, but if I don't lose, I can maybe win. Why blue-white? That's exactly the question that I was asking myself, which is why I decided to play a challenge with it. Hope that helps. Kurwa Kaito, Bane of Nightmares. Seems like we will be consulting the star charts looking for another Get Lost. Tidebinder. Spell Pierce. I don't think I will be picking up Elspeth. Although it's technically a way to deal with Kaito. Making 1-1 blockers. Maybe I should take Elspeth stock up. I convinced myself. Then I will stock up on my turn. Or will I? Maybe opponent plays an end of turn curiosity, which I will 3 steps with kicker. Find my get lost. Oh, this stinks. Phantom interference. This could be an issue. They kept it on top. Play tapped starting town, attack. And go to 8. Play the Soiren. What now? I guess stock up and find get lost and untapped land is the way. Which I don't. I play top land. Next turn I will play nothing and I'll shit my pants. How many Day of Judgments are there in my deck? 3 copies. That's a lot. Thankfully my sideboard for sure is brimming with options. I guess I take 8 damage. Get lost maps actually coming back to bite me. Alright, Overlord of the Mistmoors, Tishana's Tidebinders. I guess Devout Decrees to answer Kaitos, come in. Maybe Voice of Victory even. The sweepers we will have to rethink. Beza maybe makes it in. 3 steps ahead. No more lies. Negate. Those cards don't feel particularly good. On the play they're gonna be way better though. Sim Rip hits not much. The Saboteur, but in a way that's pretty bad. I think I don't want to fight that angle. I could exercise Curiosity after it already has drawn a card. Sounds a bit bad. But maybe it makes sense. Probably gonna keep 2 Dodge of Judgments. Could bring Beza. I could cut Day of Judgment and then play Voice of Victory instead. But I don't want so much removal either. Counter magic either. Maybe I should bring Bezas, which I can just tap out for. And cut a bunch of counter magic. Want some, I don't want too much. Beza is an answer to the 4-1 managed monster at the very least. Day of Judgment seems very situational. Let's have one copy. I think this sideboarding looks solid to me. The voice is kinda sketchy, but can attack Kaito and can just make it harder for them to hold up their stupid spell pierces. You can do magic. I will keep. I'll have 3 mana when they ninjutsu Kaito, so I can counter the ninjutsu to set them back. And just make 4 fast land drops and hopefully I get you rest, I guess. That's the hope. Starting town, bro. That's cringe. Bloodpits Drowner. Okay. Sure. Could counter it. Probably a bit silly to do, but... So maybe let's start with an Overlord. Beza is gonna be a nice comeback if this gets countered. Resolves, that's very cool. Should the sheriff my insect? Okay. 1 by 1. Shooting the sheriff. I think I'll keep my insect to attack their Kaito. Preacher of the Schism. Okay, they have 4 cards in hand, so I summon Beza and I don't draw. Sad. I gain 4 and I make 2 tokens. Seems useful. I will trade Beza for Preacher as well. Już woda, czy jeszcze piwerko? Lub do boju wojownicy wody. Jak marszałek pił wódki dużo. Wszyscy za jednego. A kto nie pije, ten chuj. Beza again. No tokens, but 4 life and draw a card. Unless my opponent casts something, which I wouldn't like, but makes sense to me. That's fine, although not great. Because now their preacher will make a token, which is acceptable in my view. That is fine with me. Well, if the drowners attack, then I trade with the fishes for sure. Might mean they have curiosity. Which is even more reason to. A nie, wtasuję mi beziaka. Okay, that's fine. Now we are both at 19, which means that Preacher is maximized. But my Overlord comes back from being an enchantment right now. So maybe I'll pass with mana up. The goal being to get one Overlord attack. I can use a Tidebinder on Preacher's trigger. Oh, it's 2 triggers, I guess. Flatpits Drowner, no siedzi. Wow, I counter. Maybe I'll just double block the Preacher, simply. That's interesting. That's it. Kyoto resolves. Tidebinder. Maybe this is bad because now if I get my Tidebinder countered, like I don't have a Tidebinder left, but I have a 3 steps ahead left. Just kind of wash with interacting with the board a little bit. But it's also mostly fine, likely. I attack Kaito. Just charm block. I like that. I'll cast a 7 mana variant of my Overlord of the Mistmoors, and hopefully when I hold up the 8 mana variant of 3 steps ahead, which is going to draw me 2 cards, create a copy of an Overlord, and counter target spell, I will win. Maybe I'm just fine with a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 mana variant of 3 steps ahead then. Could very well be. Opponent at 18 life, so lower life total than mine. Cannot draw with Bridger. Of the Schism, they just make a token. They have Curiosity, they'll draw, but I don't want to jump. Sunset Saboteur, right on time. Now they draw. I could 3 steps avoid the disaster scenario of them drawing something good. And have nice blocks. Kanister wins, okay. Didn't even want to see what they draw. Understandably so. Alright, so opponent kept shoot the sheriff in, passport. Can I abuse that in any way? 3 steps ahead seemed horrible to me. I think it's gonna be just bad on the draw. Maybe I can keep 1 copy. And I'll keep more sweepers. Because they keep preachers, they keep the 4/1s. Maybe twice 3 steps, but no more lies. Given that I have to register 60. Can't cut everything. Sounds good. 3 sweepers with a bunch of creatures on my own, but such is life, sometimes you have to. Oh, ja pierdolę, ale gówno. This hand is deeply bad. Let's mulligan in search of something playable. 2-lander. Let's go. I'll put back Elspeth, given that she's 5 mana and I'm not casting her for a while. We might be consulting the star charts on turn 3, looking for land number 3. I guess I played 27, that is so many, right? I summon Voice of Victory. Giga counter for against Flatpits Drowner. Opponent cannot tap it, the voice. Really good interaction here for me. Nice. This could actually be a huge deal that just shapes how the entire game goes. Faebloom Trick. Okay. Curious. I drew a land, therefore I can stock up and find extra lands and then hopefully chill. So I'll grab a plains with the intention of playing Beza next turn. Should I also grab the island? Or should I grab Elspeth, Storm Slayer? Given that I have the voice in play, I might actually be interested in resolving an Elspeth later on. I think it might be reasonable if I can go Elspeth into then Overlord make 4 morphs. That's kind of game breaking. If they play Curiosity, I'll shit my pants, but they are missing their 4th land drop for that, so that's very nice for me. If villain Kaitos, I can manage that as well. Can maybe just attack Kaito with voice, play Overlord or Beza. Freeze, okay. So I get losting I think is too weak. Beza doesn't make tokens now, so I think it's Overlord. Also, voice with Elspeth on the battlefield is funny, right? You make 4 attackers instantly. You attack for 5, your voice is a 5 power monster, sort of. Let's block the Flatpest Runner so they can't shuffle my voice in. More like they have to commit the mana. They don't get the free 2 damage if they plan to do that. Why are we even playing Standard, by the way? Well, allegedly it's a relevant format, with the current RCQ format being Standard. On top of which, I am playing in the Standard Mox qualifier in a week. Showcase qualifier, and I would like to do well in that tournament. So I hope that explains everything. Your favorite Condor specialist kanister. Hello, Tank clan. Welcome. No i co tu robimy? Seems like things would have been better had I taken the land. After all. Sad. Options are consult for land, get lost Kyoto. Day of Judgment sounds really bad. Beza, make it treasure, gain 4 life. Killing Kaito leaves my opponent with 2 cards. They draw an extra one with Preacher of the Schism. Then Beza blocks it the turn after. Get the maps. I can also use Day of Judgment to sweep. So I think I'll kill Kaito now. Meticulous Archive. Imagine if this Elspeth wasn't in our hand. Yeah. That would be solid. Do I want more Beza? Not quite. Although maybe. I think I don't. If my opponent plays a Kaito, drawing another Beza doesn't help much. Like, it's not clear that the first one is going to be a good play. Keeping a second one might be a bit dangerous in that scenario. Map using Negate. Really good card against Voice of Victory and Beza. Goes into the graveyard. Like, understandably so. Unfortunately, I will take heavy damage. But a Beza with a treasure will come helping. Maybe I should block with the insect token. Easier to make better against Curiosity and easier to make Beza fishes. Ooh, no play. That's crazy. Who do you trust more, a Leon or a Tiger? Tiger. So we get a treasure. We get 4 life. And we keep up 3 steps ahead. Then next turn I can my Overlord and Overlords. Well, let me tell you, a Leon would never cheat on their wife. What's that about? No voice attack? No, voice blocks. Dobra, chuj z tym, siedzi. I'll just use 3 steps ahead to copy my Overlord. That sounds better anyways. They tap my Beza. Cool. Wow, great play, bro. Or I'll counter Curiosity if my opponent makes me do it. Seems like voice doesn't block actually, so maybe I should have attacked then. I've been played like a fiddle and made a fool. Kaito, Bane of Nightmares. Solid, solid. Seems like I should just Dodge of Judgment. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8. So I can play Elspeth and then Day of Judgment, which would be kind of nice. Too bad. I guess I'll just disable the Stream Decker deck extension as it just shows the incorrect one forever because I don't use it anymore. Whoops. How about Elspeth? Make 2 tokens. That sounds really bad. Seems like I'll just Judge of Judgment. Flip my Overlords. They had a Kaito on top, so I would probably like to counter that. Although I guess I can let their Kaito resolve and then they will freeze my Overlord and then I will copy it. Is that weaker? They have a counter spell? That's way weaker if they have a counter spell, isn't it? No, it's the same. They have a removal spell, that's way weaker. So I think that might be unnecessarily risky if I try to copy the Mr. Overlord. And a bit too greedy. Because this is good enough. If they counter, then sure, they freeze my... Like, it's the same outcome. They have frozen my Overlord. And it's rough. But if I let their Kaito resolve and try to copy... And they actually have a random shoot the sheriff in hands somehow still, which they probably wouldn't. Then I'll be kinda wrecked. Could we have done it during the end step? They still had 2 mana. All the time. So I think there's no need to, like, high risk, high reward when I play Elspeth next turn. It's basically the gist of it. So blue-black seems like a tough matchup, but we won easily. If by easily you would mean barely and after fighting really hard. But I felt better than I expected. I thought this matchup is gonna feel worse than it did. Blue-white control mirror. This might take a lot of time. But I'm up 20 seconds, so let's not lose that lead. More land drops, I guess. Maybe I shouldn't keep it. Seems to me like destroying the Fountainport might lead to great things. No, they had another one. This did not matter. This Fountainport will ruin me. Therefore, let's start casting. This will meet an unfortunate end at the hands of No More Lies, but what can we do about that? The answer is not much. Maybe I shouldn't have cast it. Which is of course like pretty hard to say, because in hindsight if you drew another one then you definitely would have preferred to cast it. Although I guess you're less likely to draw one than you are to not draw one. Oh, bro is casting. Hindsight is 20/20, just like Marit Lage. So true, bro. Alright, actually, you know, it was pretty stupid to cast it. I have to own it fully now. Wait, there's two demolition fields in my graveyard? How did the second one end up here? Did I surveil it? I did surveil it. That's actually devastating. I guess I can't win now. Let's use this game to build our clock advantage then. Point went fast and I played a Meticulous Archive. And I played my own Meticulous Archive and I survived Demolition Field into my graveyard, so that probably was a mistake. Upon seeing that. Wait, they tapped Fountainport? Right, whatever. Had I killed the Fountainport, then we would just sit there and make land drops. Why did they tap the Fountainport now? Your opponent yesterday in this mirror in an RCQ. Wait. First day RCQ? That's crazy. Who RCQs on Thursday? No i co? No dobra, chuj. Siedzi. He looked at 8 cards and grabbed 2. Pinnacle Stark Age. That's a card I can cast. Not all is lost then. First day RCQ is the first I've heard of it, but I guess in Poland we have like 5 RCQs per season, so nobody would schedule them on a first day. In places where you have more, you can do that. In Spain we have 20 and I have never won one. Not 20, maybe 40. Well, probably the result of that is that you don't travel the entirety of Spain to play them. You probably have more than 5 in Poland, like 8. And some weekends are like double RCQ weekends, so maybe there's actually 10 in the end. Last season I played a Friday 4 PM RCQ that started more like 5 PM since waiting for a local. Bro, fuck locals. Never wait for them. Barcelona has at least 10. Must be nice to live in Barcelona. We are 6 minutes up over the opponent, so the game plan is actually progressing well. Coil and catch. I co? Cwaniaku? Aha, resolve, no to chujowo. Joy of Judgment. Draw. That's fine. Resolves. That's a strong move. I remember when we had free 100 people PTQs each season. Winning one was borderline impossible. Yeah, but those were PTQs as well. Like actual PT and then Q. Sounds nice. What do I think about a couple of River Charm Monument in the board for the mirror? Mostly I don't, but sounds not too bad. If the mirror doesn't change too much post-board. Yes, Q for the PD. You PT and you Q. Where is our Fountainport? Somewhere at the bottom of the deck. Holy shit, they let this resolve? What's now? Elspeth? Resolves. They plussed? No, they zeroed. Seems like mistakenly. Oh, they misclicked. Fountainport, huh? Well, I guess I will not mill it. O Jezu, ale gówno. How many cards is that? 11? Wow. Well, that's bad. I was hoping for my own Elspeth, maybe. Or get lost. You know. Is there a particular reason why you don't play the blue village land from Tarkir? Well, the biggest reason is that I net decked, but it's also a tap land. It just enters the battlefield tapped, so that's a pretty good reason to not play one. Is it better to attack with land and explore, knowing I'll hit shit? Yes, Mr. Time Traveler. For those without the gift of premonitions, not really. Precognition, I guess, is the word I was looking for. Precognition. Elspeth almost down. Stock up on top. Not unkicked. I'll trade something. Okay, that's fine. Is there a chance I can realistically win this? Because the game is not about Fountainport anymore much. It's gonna be a bit challenging, and I think the answer is probably no, but let's try. Holy shit, 2 maps? That's overwhelming. I have one more Day of Judgment in my deck. No dobra. Just buying time for game 3. Starting to wonder if challenge is the correct spelling. What is there to wonder about? We are playing a challenge. It would appear I will take lethal damage now from my opponent's overwhelming army of creatures. Challenge. Challenge. Could go for the double block. For the time I'm maxing strat again. So, looking at my sideboard, I don't even have cards that are good in the control mirror much. Well, I guess I do. Exorcise. Artifact is summoned or creature of power 4 or greater. Beza. Probably should keep one Day of Judgment. Just in case that I want to clear some tokens. Annul. Let's think about Annul for a bit longer. Counters Overlords? No, it's kind of pretty bad. Beza is good in control mirrors. Not really. So a second Day of Judgment and a Beza. 4-5. Maybe draw a card. Good in control mirrors. Sounds a bit bad. You use challenge unironically at this point, even in non-magic context. Okay, why are you telling me this? Like, yeah, I use the word tomato even in non-culinary context because it's just a word that people say. So like, I'm good for you. It often drew a card and needed to be killed, which is fine, but not sure if that's what it's about. I think it's a bit too sorcery speed for my tastes. Ale gówno, which means holy shit, this hand is bad in Polish. So I'll mulligan. We have the MVP, probably way worse post-sport, and some piece. I think I'll put back Overlord. It's just the most expensive card. Want to keep removal for Voice of Victory. Keep. I guess I will not put back a land or the plains plus Fountainport plus 3 steps ahead. No good. I think Beza on the play is horrible because you tap out for your Beza and your opponent plays a Beza as well. Or as well a gówno. What should I do? Should I cast a Consult? Probably not. Unkicked is kind of worthless to cast. Like, it's a card, you get a card for it. That's kind of useless. Plains, nice mana base. Truly marvelous mana base. We do have the Fountainport though, and I guess I will just make a fish. Tidebinder your port? That's kind of crazy. No, draw 3, discard 1, okay. That means discard 2, right? 9 cards in hand. Sounds a bit stupid to do it this way, but you do you, opponent. Plains, let's hecking go. More fish. Fabled Passage, maybe. I could have made a treasure. Whoops. I forgot I have that option. That's probably pretty good with considering my mana problems. Could go a long way. Siedzi. Treasure was probably better. I guess I'll make treasure this turn if my opponent does nothing. Although they'll have 9 cards, so they will probably cast something. This deck is so blue. There is a smug person on every card. I'll cast 1 consult to find a blue producing land, which is going to be an island. Seems like I did not need to. What should I do now? Just cast something or not? Maybe I can Duro. Monstacado. Consult. If you want to counter, be my guest. No more lies. No stars were consulted, bro. Don't tell me that they did. Okay. Should I stock up? Have 5 mana left. Only 1 counter magic then. Oh, it's good. Can grab, I don't know, this and Elspeth. So I have a way to punish for my opponent for tapping out. And end of turn I make a treasure now. Likely. Stock up, sure, resolves. Don't think I'm countering that. Maybe I can use that window to actually resolve Elspeth. Ah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 mana up. Versus there, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 mana up. Okay, I don't like it. I'll prepare harder. Treasure. Maybe I should kill Beza. It's actually a significant amount of damage. Okay, let's kill. Not Giga Clear I should, but... Two Fountainports suddenly, with 2 map tokens. I am overwhelmed. Okay, now we're gonna be acting next turn. I unload all over my opponent, and then I unload again on my turn, starting with Voice of Victory. So basically end of turn I Marang River Regent, and then do something else. Marang River. Marang River Regent. They're casting planes, planes, planes. Actually, wait, I'll attack with a fish first. Understandably so. Elspeth, Storm Slayer. 1, 2, 3, 7, 8, 9, 10. I don't know how much mana I have. You can have 2 counter spells at best, so seems like I can fire off a big 3 steps ahead. 3 step brothers ahead. Well, they have the treasure, they can actually have more counters, but I guess not. Interesting. Do I discard no more lies, get lost? Let's go with no more lies. Seems easy to be pretty dead now. How come you don't play the best deck in standard TM? Sometimes it is not about being the best, but being the least worst. And that's the mood I woken up today in. Voice of Victory. Holy shit, that just resolved. Well, what now? That's it? Seems like it. Draw a card, sure. We could always use some cards. What are you gonna do? Sweep my voice? Oh yeah, Voice of Victory with Elspeth mobilizes a whole crew of broskies. Stock up? Sure, we can resolve draw spells. I will not counter them. You have 9 cards. All these are bros. Me, I guess. It's fine. Beza. Sure, whatever. Just gonna make some fish. Make land drop. You would prefer to watch a plant grow for 50 minutes than those mirrors. Really? Lots of stuff is happening in this game, I guess. Overlord. No niezły dzik, kurwa. Dobra, chuj z nim, no. Tishanas. Tishana na 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 na. Your move? You can mobilize Gigaheart, but I guess I don't want to. I only have a few mana left up for my opponent's turn, but they can't really spend theirs. They can make fishes. It seems kind of hard to break the like board stall, even if they resolve their own Elspeth and plus. They gain flying? I mean, I have 4 flyers, so it's not so bad. But actually, maybe it's lethal. Ah, it's not lethal at all. It's 6 damage. Yeah, 4 minutes 30, so I guess we can Just angle to time them out. Storm Szpleja. Siedzi. Siedzi. Wake me up and so I can wake up. Save me. Marang River Regent with 1 land up. I think I'll counter that. Or send inside. Whoa, kanister wins? Holy shit. Should I bring an extra day of judgment for the last game? And maybe a Beza? Is it a card that makes it hard for me to die? Kinda. Sort of. What's bad? Maybe Elspeth is bad. It's a card you want to threaten to resolve, but not actually resolve. A 3 steps on the draw, frankly. They have their own voice of victory, they could roll me. I have 7 removals. Let's dodge voice of victory. Dodged voice, so should be fine. Konstancja w psychiatryku. Janusz Tracz, wróg kościoła bez serca. Serca. Sure. It's just a cantrip. Maybe looking for land drops. I play island, I pass with counter magic. Hopefully I am fine. Just countering my opponent's next play. Just like I did over and over. Next play, what play? No land. Probably pass though. Don't want Sorcery Speed do anything. Oh nice, no play for villain as well. Are control mirrors still about hitting your land drops? They seems like it, yeah. Seems like hitting land drops is crucial. Yeah, we have mana leaks. I don't want to tap out. Seems like a just way to die. Land. Nice. Ooh. Not just any land even. Feel so stressed watching me play without an open main phase stop. Why would I have an opponent main phase stop? Do you play with one? That's crazy. It just drains you for so much time. That's a bit awkward. Can resolve Elspeth now. No Elspeth. Będzie sprzedawać z konstacją z psychiatryku. Janusz Tracz, wróg kościoła morderca. Fountainport. Blue-eyed looks so cool, but the thought of facing Kaito makes you cringe and fear. Maybe you should have watched match 1 of this tournament, where I demolished a Kaito player extremely easily. Yeah, but I'm not you, fair. You're not. Have I played with Blue Red's stock up VV yet? No. Have not. I summon Beza. The Bison. I make fish. Okay. Understandable though. I have so few cards. I'll prefer you not to stock up. I think villain is cooked. For sure, yes. GG's. G. That's weird. I think kanister is getting destroyed. Am I? Opponent has 46 seconds on their clock. That's mulligan, I think. Wow, pierdola. The same is worse than the previous one. But if I move to 5 with control, I guess I consign myself to a loss. So I'll draw out of it. Swamp. When is the standard thing? It's next Sunday. I will be in Warsaw. I'll be playing Paprikash and I will play the tournament from Sodek's house. So there's gonna be no stream. Also because I'm tryharding those. Because they are way too high stakes for streaming comfortably. No nie, 4-1. Menace. War, discard a card. Mono black. What's up with all your opponents not playing VI? That's, I wonder as well. Should I kill it with Get Lost? Like, I guess I'll take so much damage from this monster. Discard Negate. 3 steps ahead can be a cantrip if I draw blue. And taking 4 a turn doesn't sound like a plan for winning the game. Unholy Annex, no dobra. I guess I'm not winning either. Although, let's not lose. Energy Acolyte. Resolves. No ETB. 4 mana, sounds beatable. O nie wiem, kurwa smoka. 4 mana, no ETB, that sounds horrible. I wonder what's the catch. Energy Acolyte. Draws a card with Energy Acolyte, cast your ass. Just draws a card on dealing damage. Okay, that's what it does. If we don't have permanent left battlefield, create a 2/2 robot. Holy fuck. 2/2 robot. Is it a human cleric? A 4/4 human lifelink. I guess the space suit really enhances this monster's abilities. 4 main deck Duras, huh? Alright, I can think I can just scope. So counter spells against the Duress deck don't work. Seam Rip seems weak. So let's just play card draw and tap out threats. Seems like I do have to play some counter magic. Devout Decree sounds good. Oh, I guess I'll keep 3 steps. Rafts don't seem great. You tell me that, and they have a 2-drop that's 4 power and has ward, discard a card, so that Ultima maybe. No, Rafts are good. I will just ignore your advice, Teuton Clan, even though I know you designed the exact card, Day of Judgment, and you like should know if it's good, but I will just not listen in this spot. Alright, this is a 4 duress main deck. I'm not mulliganing. I should keep the silver land for later. Anti-duress hand, I mean sort of. We don't like holding Annul the entire game waiting for Annex against the quad duress deck. I love the idea of doing that. No nie, no kurwa bacik. I mean, bat is fine, it just deals me like 5 damage, then it dies and I draw my spell back, so it's actually fine. Actually perfectly okay. Maybe I should draw cards, try to look for Day of Judgment, honestly. I don't know, maybe. Maybe I should attack with Restless Anchorage. Probably. Using map to fix my draw. I mean, they activated Soulless Sanctuary, but not attacking with the bot. Kind of crazy. They have no removal, and that was their best play. Alright, chat. Sweeper. Rafts seem bad. Why you have Rafts in your deck? Stupid. Seem very bad. Yes, Rafts seem bad. I know. Whoa. Any spells in the deck? I guess I played 27 lands, and I guess I drew Restless Anchorage, basically a spell land. So I shouldn't complain, but... yes, lands. They will pass with Soulstone, Intimidation Tactics. Okay. Get lost. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Sure. Maybe they'll hit lands. Sure. I guess, I mean... They hit Swamp Peach. And a Swamp Peach. Maze Mind Tome, no! It's over. I'm cooked. Maze Mind Tome, Mono Black. Kind of unbeatable. No, more Soul Stones. Neji Acolyte. Any removal? Okay. Ultima though. Let's top deck Ultima. Then barely survive by chump blocking the Soulstone. I keep. Oh, any Cauldron opponents? Is that deck even playable? I mean, I would like to play against Cauldron as well. I wanted to play that matchup a little bit. But instead, I do not get to. Deep Cavern Bot. Kind of really want to hit land number 4. So I think I should consult for land number 4. It shall take over the Seam Rip. Like, I'll kill the bot at some point. The bot doesn't do anything against my deck. The bot is just kind enough to hold my card for later. He's like, yeah, let me just grab your card for a moment. It's gonna be back in no time. I Kaito. Please don't. Kind of weird to play control with 8 counterspells when the counterspells are not good against anybody. They're horrible against the blue-black deck. Like, I can't imagine 3 steps ahead is so great against Cauldron either. Maybe it's fine. Bring back blue-white tap out control, yeah. Like, stinks. Like, wouldn't my deck be better if I had Tishana's Tidebinder instead of 3 steps ahead? Then at least in this spot I could counter the Kaito. Stupid to double block? Kind of not stupid. Alright, you got me, bro. If you Tidebinder the ninjutsu trigger, does Kaito stay in hand? Yes. They bounce the creature, but Kaito stays in hand. You counter the ability that says put this card into the battlefield from your hand tapped and attacking. The cost of which is to pay 3 mana and return a monster, an unblocked monster. Bro took 3 steps ahead, the worst card in my hand. Puzzling yet understandable. No more lies, huh? Well... Guess I can take Marang River Regent. Another bot. Awkward. I think I'll call and catch then, still. Maybe that was a bad idea, frankly. I think it was. So now they have 3 bots and 2 of my sweepers are hidden underneath them. Awkward. But next turn Overlord flips and I die to Kaito freezing it. Sounds like a good plan. Opponent's name is Fried Liver Attack, and it says waiting for Fried Liver Attack, so kind of baits me into thinking they are attacking already. But they are not. So you could say that the opponent is intentionally fooling us. Dobra, zastanawiam się i przegrywam, no. Misplaced Ginger. Welcome to my standard stream. 4 mana. Oh, I can't even do that. Fuck. It would appear I am dead. Welcome John _ Watts. What's up? You could ask. Let's bring in cut Ultima. Bring the Voice of Victory like I did. Cut 4 No More Lies and 4 steps ahead. And play 3 Devout Decree to hit their Kaito and creatures. Cut the Seam Reaps. Keep 2 3 steps ahead, yeah. Chat counterspells. Biggest bait of the century. Actually, I like Annul. Ultima rather. Well, maybe No More Lies is alright on the play. Let's have one. Simply just one. Ultima versus Bat. What's wrong with that? Just that they take it? You go, Bat, look at your hand, take your Ultima, and you're like, shit. I think it's not so bad. You still get the card back, yes. Because if Bat doesn't trigger. If Bat was a trigger, you wouldn't, I guess, yeah. Let's keep this so we can kill Kaito Shizuki. Duress. Okay. Cecil. Oh no, Cecil is perfect against Beza. Cecil jest perfect against Beza. Jaki kurwa Cecil, Kajtek wchodzi. Dobra, wbijasz mi 3 dymgy. Pro Fortnite Gamers. Get lost, Kaito, Bane of Nightmares. You're gone. 2 maps in exchange for your trouble. The mana efficient top deck. Yeah, I surveilled it on top. Oh kurwa, that's a really bad play. That's nice. Well, is it so bad? I guess I don't make a token with Beza, so Beza is a bit bad. I think I should make the moths. Try to double block with the Overlord, Underlord. Still no fishes, sadly. Cecil. Day of Judgment looks not particularly great to me here. I mean, Beza draws a card, like, gains 4 life. Seems not so bad. Although their +1/+1 counter on Flatbed Drowner is a bit problematic. Kaito. Draw 3, you say? Sure. I guess the curiosity play wasn't so bad, actually. Upon thinking about it a bit more. It was actually quite alright. Tures. Dobra. I mean, at least I can kill Kaito. Farewell easy. Not in the format, to my knowledge. It took my star charts. This is a bit horrible to just cast my sweeper here, but I guess what else am I supposed to do? Not taking day seems giga wrong. Well, they seem giga ahead. And if I cast Day of Judgment, I kill 2 of my cards as well. Seems extremely painful. That would be extremely painful. Consult isn't really castable. Well, I would cast it if I have nothing else, and then if I hit a removal for curiosity. Sounds like trouble. I give up. Meow. What do you hit? No curva removal for curiosity. I like exorcise, which I didn't board in, but if I would, then it'll be like holy shit. I guess Ultima I should keep because it actually exiles curiosity. I mean, I'll keep. Come on. Well, I guess it still can be Pixie. But my first reaction was, come on, another player switch to blue black? Okay, it's Pixie. So at least a different matchup. I will not spend the consult. Esper plays 0 basics, is that true? Maybe 1? It's never Pixie, it is Pixie. Cast stock up. I'll grab 2 spells. No, I guess I can't cast them. Yeah, I guess I will. Why does control always feel like you get hands like this, but facing control never feels like they have hands like this? Because you are a little bitch, scared of casting your spells like I am, and you just give your opponent free. You just give your opponent the chance to get away with it. The list found by the bot has 0 basics. The problem is that they have 10 power, so even if they have 0 basics, that's still a lot of power. Next counter spells, thank you. I sure am glad they are not Pinnacle Stark Ages. Let's just check. Any controls? No, Island. That's kind of unfair. Island. I got beta chat. Oh no, it's Fear of Isolation, which I can't counter fully. Alright, I'll look for a sweeper. Where my sweeper? I barely. Kill monster, block 2 monsters. Maybe I live. They have nothing. Maybe they have mono white cards in hand. Tragic trajectory. Tragic indeed. So Pixie is going to sideboard into a Kaito deck as well. Also, my opponent's deck seems way more fun than mine. Maybe Annul versus Stormchaser's Talent. I guess we can play normal ice because they actually play stock up, so I should just not draw them, but we can play them. They also play Kaito, which I have to deal with. So I think the Annul is actually kind of unglued. We're gonna play one Devout Decree. Get loss is pretty horrible against their deck. Should probably play Tishana's Tidebinder though. Maybe over Devout Decree, maybe that's a better way to kill Kaito. Seems like a really bad matchup. Maybe that's a wrong way to sideboard as well, because like Seam Rip, Get Lost, those cards are not particularly great either. I Seam Rip a Pixie. I mean, that 3 steps ahead is just really bad. Okay, I'll keep. Oh, sometimes I pull on it so hard I rip the seam. Sure do. Kind of bad how kind of funny how bad your counter spells are, but counters are pretty good versus blue-eyed, really makes you think. So what you're saying is that my deck is bad because cards that are bad are good against it? Pixie bounce mob, that's kind of aggressive, but I guess you just have a counter spell for my Vogue. In that case, I'll play Overlord of the Mistmoors. You will counter that, and then I will play Day of Judgment to kill all of your creatures, after which you will not be able to win because you will have no more creatures. Thoughts about my plan? Stock up. Maybe they will have more creatures then. Surely they don't have more counters. No, they tapped out for stock up. It's not like they can just play Watery Grave, pay 2 life, and hold up a Spell Pierce. Or just Day of Judgment and they play more creatures. Yes, use map. No, no duress, no. Holy shit, how embarrassing was that? Did I side out Seam Rip? I did not, no. Do you want me to? Doesn't seem too great though. Seam Rip. Start your engines. Seems mad. Well, I mean, their average CMC is low, but it's just like Seam Rip is just an answer to Cauldron, I think. Seam Rip, my pants when I eat too much food. Seam Rip, or like Seams RIP, as in I'm resting in peace because I am dead this game. Seems like we are up against another blue-black gamer. I guess I'll keep this hand, but that's just kind of crazy. Right, opponent has been demolished by my survival of the fittest actually, which is nice. So yeah, the mill matchup got better because now they have to assemble A plus B, and previously they just had to assemble A or B, and it was often good enough. Makes sense, right? It's easier to assemble A, B, or A plus B rather than just assembling A plus B together. I'll say hi to my opponent, maybe they will play against me. Actually, you like my music taste? I don't even like the music being played for the most part. No, I guess that's not true. I do like it. Thank you. I actually really like the song that just played, so I find it soothing and pleasant. Is portable hall standard legal? It is not, no. It's standard illegal. Portable hall was printed in Dungeons and Dragons. That's kinda it. I think never reprinted. Alright, reprinted on the list. Good, they printed Seam Rip then. Yeah, really good. Seems like Strong Mind doesn't want to play against us though. Really sad. Oh, GLHF, let's fucking go. Starting town. Yeah, that's a really good design decision by WTC. Clearly they have put a lot of thought into that. Ah, deep cavern bad, more like deep cavern giga bad. Horrible even. Your bot seems reap. Oh no, I think they are just double queuing, chat. They're just playing in the Pioneer Challenge. Oh no. That is what is happening. Hence the pauses. Sorry, doesn't play faster. Pioneer in this economy. My opponent is a so-called grinder. I play Preacher. Bro, you play Preacher in F6. Don't you? Oops. Awesome spells. I play Kaito. I win. Fair. I play Enduring Curiosity. I also win. That's also fair. Although less so, I can just Day of Judgment. I play nothing. Okay, I like that. Okay, I do play Kaito after all. Okay, I don't like that. Get lost, Kaito. You're seeing this guy on Sunday. Congrats. What guy? Charlie 2NA. Oh, like the music concert. I thought a date. That makes sense. All Wrath of God. I activate Soulstone. Okay. We are considering going to a Pete and Bass concert in Chicago, since we are arriving for CubeCon there when they are playing. I don't know who's Pete and Bass, but sure, maybe you should if you would find that enjoyable. For all the ridicule that Deep Cavern Bat gets, it actually is gonna be Giga rough if my opponent flashes in an Enduring Curiosity now. Downright devastating even. Seems like they just reveal it with their map. You need that to keep up. Recolored mana? Maybe you should have used the map pre-combat for 1 more damage. Well, maybe they had the reason. Or to main deck Tidebinder, but I have 2 more in my hand that you've seen. This is really a good play. Maybe that's a double QR play. We are going to reshuffle one of my stock ups towards the top of my deck at least, which might be helpful. Is this Tishana's Tidebinder pretty or horribly ugly, chat? Discuss. Do you like this artwork? It's kind of ugly, but also kind of okay, in my view. It's very intense. It is a lot, definitely. The art is a lot, I guess. You could say, you could put it this way. Whoever designed Kaito should get a pat on the back for making a very fun card that makes people play fewer counter spells. Because I guess that achieves something, like makes people play with real cards instead of just turtling behind their stupid interaction, but in this very moment I also didn't have an easy time beating it, so... We normalize it so bad, I need to just play to the board. Is the Riddler not good in the standard format? Well, it's played in the blue-red deck. There's no ephemerate or anything like that, so you just kind of play it on raid. You play it like face up, so I think face up the card is not great, right? But definitely could be okay in some way. Maybe there is a way to blink it. Splash portal. So there's also that effect where it's actually way less impressive to play Riddler in standard because people will have removal for big monsters. And in modern they will have Galvanic Discharge at best. And I guess Solitude, so that doesn't count. Yeah, well, I mean, my deck probably would be better if I replaced no more lies with Riddlers. I guess. Maybe not no more lies, maybe the 3 steps ahead. Splash Portal. But ideally there would be a way to blink both Riddler and Overlord. If you could blink both of those, that would be nice. Facing 4 Kaito decks in this challenge was rough. I don't think Blue-White is this bad. Certainly pretty rough matchups, yeah. And I guess the purpose of Blue-White is to beat Cauldron, technically. That's like the premise. Which of course you could argue whether it does it or not, but it's definitely not to beat Kaito. I think we played against 5 Kaito decks. Because we actually played against the Mirror, Blue-Black 4 times. And 4 times and a Pixie. Hi Kanister, I enjoy your YouTube content. Hello Bielsae, I enjoy your presence in the Twitch chat. Not a big fan of the deck.